all about soulmates. 1. How do I know when I've met my soulmate? There will be an instantaneous familiarity, the recognition, and an innate understanding and connection from the beginning that cannot be described logically. You will be psychically attuned to each other, and will feel so alive in each other's presence. It's as if when together, you feel more enhanced, alive, and excited. You can communicate on many levels at the same time, often tuning into each other and knowing what is going on with the other person. There will be a shared sense of purpose, a deep love, and a feeling of knowing each other on a soul level. It will feel as if you are with your true counterpart on every level. All of the feelings are mutual. There is a deep soul-level bond, and a deep feeling of having much in common on many levels. Physical passion can be extremely intense, or in some soulmate relationships, there is more of an intellectual stimulus, and many times it is both combined. There is chemistry, passion, electricity, and meaning. This is one relationship that will most likely be the most transformative one in your life, and one that you will always remember, no matter what happens. 2. If I've really met my soulmate, why is the relationship so difficult? Soulmate relationships are karmic. You have made the soul agreement to come into this life to meet again, to uproot and transform each of your deepest healing and growth issues. Naturally, when anyone is faced with having to face and heal billions of negative patterns, there is going to be deep resistance on the ego level. It is vastly difficult to face what we really came into this life to heal. It will be your soulmate, or twin flame, that will trigger your deepest growth issues to bring them up to the surface to be healed once and for all. Naturally, when this happens, there is turbulence within the relationship, because there is inner turbulence within each person as they are facing their deepest issues to heal them. This is a deeply transformative process, and a deeply difficult one. However, once you each see that you are triggering growth within the other, and view it as the true gift that it is, then perhaps some of the resistance will dissipate. In reality, as long as either one or both of you resist your growth issues, and resist facing them down to heal them, there is going to be a great deal of difficulty due to this resistance. However, once the resistance stops, and you face what needs to be healed within, then all of that turbulence within the relationship also dissipates, because you are no longer fighting the river, but are going with the flow where you can truly soar once you stop fighting everything you know deep within your heart to be true. This requires a tremendous amount of self-honesty and courage. The truth of this matter is that once each of you are true to yourselves, and are completely honest with self, then the difficulties within the relationship will also be transformed. Being completely honest is the key, and that honesty must be to self first, and then to the other. 3. Why is it that many soulmates don't stay together? In every case I have seen, It was fear of being true to self and displaying that truth to the other. One or both people refused to face what they needed to face to heal and grow. There were often issues stemming from ego that never made their way into the heart of the person. Ego can't never be the foundation of a relationship. Only truth can. Truth is the only thing that can sustain a relationship. If one person is avoiding their self-truth, then they are avoiding their growth agreement for this lifetime. It is for this reason that most soulmates do not stay together. The relationship must be completely genuine. Each person can make many mistakes. However, where there is a refusal to go within to the heart center and be completely true and honest with self about what you are feeling inside, how can any relationship flourish? So this is the primary reason as to why soulmates do not stay together. Spiritual law forbids that one stay with the other if either refuse to heal and grow, be honest, and fulfill their soul agreement. The agreement was made to grow. So when that is not happening, sadly both people must part. 4. How can I turn the dynamics of this relationship around for lasting happiness? The only way you can turn the dynamics around is when you turn yourself around and get really honest. If you feel something, say it. If you have something that is upsetting you, discuss it. If you feel confused, scared, blocked, or lost, talk about it. Honest communication is the key. You have to stop all games, manipulation, defenses, and be authentic and genuine with yourself and with the other person. Once you do this and genuinely communicate what you are feeling, then you can have a chance to turn it all around for lasting happiness and love. 5. Why do many soulmates continually return to each other? Because the love is real. It is true, and it never dies. You can be apart for decades, and the love will still be deep inside, even if you are living a full life on the outside. True love is eternal. Once you've met your match, you never forget the person. You can go on, and you can even be with other people. However, there will always be a special place in your heart for your soulmate. Many return to try to make it work out. Then the growth issues come up, which leads to turbulence within the relationship. Then they part, avoiding the growth lessons. Then they miss each other and return, after seeing that it wasn't all that terrible to begin with. It was just a growth process. If you find this happening in your life, take a look at whatever it is that you have been avoiding out of fear. Once you can get really honest with yourself about this, then you can be with someone that is your true match. Healing and honesty is required. That is the only way it can ever work out. 6. How can we break old negative patterns between us? You can only break the old negative patterns within yourself. It is a big mistake to focus on the issues the other person has. This is avoiding self-growth completely. Face your fears, issues, and ask yourself what you really want. What do you want in a relationship? Talk about it with the other person. What areas would you like to come to an agreement about? Talk about it with the other person. What have you been afraid of? Talk, talk, talk and communicate. It takes conscious effort to make this profound relationship work. It is so worth it. Once you can come to an agreement based on honesty, that is the key to it all. It is in daring to expose how you feel, what you want, and even saying if you're not sure. It's all okay as long as it is completely honest. Also see if there is a higher reason why you chose to meet in this life. Is there something you can be teaming up to work on together? Do you share a common vision to make this world a better place? So many of the problems can be cleared up once you make a conscious effort to really connect and communicate honestly. If you have a disagreement, big deal. Everyone has disagreements. Just talk it over and come to an agreement. Share your views and don't run away. So many times genuine communication can really clear up so much. That is why honest communication is the key. It is not to drag you down. It is to lift you both up to an authentic place where you can resolve things between you. As long as you don't run away and really want to resolve them, you can break the negative patterns this way. And that is why this relationship entered your life. So you can both heal, grow, and be authentic, knowing that anything can be resolved. You just have to want to come to a mutually agreeable resolution, and then you can. 7. If we're apart and miss each other, what will it take to make it work? Time. Many times people are not ready to face their deepest issues at the same time others are. Sometimes certain issues really need years to be worked through. It is a growth process, not a one-time event. Sometimes you may not get back together. That is something you have to come to terms with. You both have to want to get together and make it work. All you can do is become your own highest and best. You can't wait for the other person. You must live your life to its fullest, in every area. Sometimes the time apart is the greatest gift. It can bring the truth up to the surface within each person, and if that truth means that you really do love each other and want to be together, you can both make it happen. If the love is real, it never dies. Your life, however, is about really facing yourself. And in that process, if you find that you do want to be together, life has a way of working it out. You have to express that desire honestly. Trust that it all works out for the best. Live and become your highest and best. If it is meant to be that you do end up together, that truth will come out in the end. It always does. Be real with yourself. That is the only way you can ever be real and make it work with the other person when you ever do reunite. Trust there is a higher reason for it all. It is growth.